I've always said, even with my bill, is very clear. I don't think a guaranteed income, guaranteed livable basic income is a silver bullet. I've been very clear that it needs to be in addition to current and future government programs and support. But we know through the pandemic, certainly that, people are beginning to feel very deep despair. I think it's really real. I don't think we should underestimate it. I think mental health is at an all-time low. We've gone from a pandemic to now an illegal occupation to now the newest war in the Ukraine, and spirits are low. And we know at times of despair, as we saw in times like, for example, the Second World War, people feed off that despair. They feed off that despair and they feed off the vulnerabilities of others. So I'm not saying a guaranteed income is the silver bullet, but I do think it is one way to protect people from being vulnerable to participate in undemocratic and extremist movements. A lot of people, if you noticed at the convoy, I know led certainly, as we know, by known hate leaders, but there were also a lot of people at the convoy saying, "Hey, I owned a business. I no longer have a business. I had a home. I've lost my home." And what happened in Ottawa, I've been really clear. It was an illegal occupation with a federal government that turned its blind eye, led by hate leaders from across the country, fueled and funded by the ultra wealthy in the States. And they wrapped it in bouncy castles and hot tubs and the Canadian flag, and made it a place of joy, a place of belonging, and a place of community. And, I think that we need to be, first of all, really honest, have an honest discussion about where we find ourselves, and not just in Canada, but around the world, with the rise of extremism and alt-white and nationalist movements fueled by the ultra wealthy. And as I said in a speech in the House of Commons, I don't think this convoy was in fact about those who are pro-mandates and those who are anti-mandates. I think it's about the ultra-rich and the extremely wealthy and everyone else, including what Seth spoke about, in terms of, climate justice. I mean, who are we protecting here? Like big oil companies, owners, what's going on in the Ukraine? We talk about the oligarchy in the Ukraine. Well, if we want to get rid of autocrats like Putin, then we have to, shift our energy sources and immediately shift towards a guaranteed or into a green economy. And that includes things like putting in place a guaranteed livable basic income so that people actually have choice.